Hey everybody, welcome back. So you've got an old drill driver, with the brushed motor in it. You like it, it does a good job, and I've got about 3 brushed drill drivers, and they all work, they all do a good job. But the new hotness is the brushless drill drivers. And the question is, if you have one of these and it works good and you seem to be reasonably happy with it, are you gonna gain anything by running out and buying the brushless one? Now, I'm kind of making this test because this is the first time that I have had ones brushed and brushless of the same brand. So this is an old Hart brushless. You can pick these up, I swear, for next to nothing. And between this and my old Rigid, where is it? My old Rigid, which is another brushed drill driver, I'm perfectly happy. I didn't feel the need for a new one. And then this one popped up, tool only, for 19 bucks. And while I really didn't need another one, I thought, you know what, for 19 bucks, let's grab it. So what I want to do today, I've got 2 fully charged 4 amp hour batteries. I got a donor chunk of 4x4. I got some screws around here. So let's see let's see if it's really worthwhile to make that switch, or should you just run this one until it dies? So part of this is going to be kind of a mini review of this Hart Brushless 1/2 inch drill driver. They claim 30% more power. We should be able to test that and kind of guesstimate it running screws into the wood. 20% faster. I don't have a tachometer that's going to work in it. Longer motor life, well, we're not going to find that out either, but I should be able to give you my opinion if it's really worthwhile upgrading to this. I know I've mentioned it in previous videos, but I found 3 Hart tools at once on really great sales, and I've reviewed the other 2. One was the 20-volt mini compressor, and one was the kind of mini 20-volt shop vac, and I like both of them. This one I haven't even taken out of the box yet, so let's get it out and have a look at it. And I'll put links to those other ones above. Get it out of the box. Come on. Dang. All right, they didn't want that to open, did they? Holy cow. All right, one moment, please. Always get the right tool for the job. Which in this case, this actually turned out to be the right tool for the job. Hey, Liz. All right, there it is. What fell? Oh, that's some kind of belt clip, which I will never put on because I don't hook my tools on my pants like that. And when I do, it's a completely different kind of tool. Well, the first thing we're going to notice off the bat is the size. That is extremely short compared to the original one. Just for sport and amusement, here's my old Rigid brushed tool. I don't think it's about the same length as the old Rigid brushed tool. Look at that. I mean, the motor housing is much shorter, but for some reason the Hart chuck and clutch mechanism is considerably bigger than I mean, look at that. If we just look at the chuck and the clutch mechanism, the Hart one's at least an inch longer. That's interesting. Anyway, but that's not the comparison we're doing today. First off, I guess we ought to make sure it works. It does. Both speeds. Let's see if we can see a speed comparison. Both these batteries are fully charged. You're going to have to trust me on that one. All right, they're both on setting number 1. Let's see if we can see a speed difference. Well, I'll tell you one thing, I can get the brushed one to go much slower. Let me get this chuck out so that they look the same. Can I? There we go. There we go. Yeah, look how slow I can get. I don't know. Yeah, this one I can definitely get to go slower. This one's definitely faster on setting number 1. Let's try setting number 2. Wow, that is pretty fast. Let's try as slow as we can get it on setting number 2. Not that much difference. All right, here we go, full speed. This one has, nothing works out, does it? Nothing does what you want it to do when you want it to do it. I tell you, this one does seem to be faster, but it's also, at least freewheeling here, seems to be a little less controllable. Look how I can control the old brushed motor. And look at this one, it's a lot more abrupt. See, it starts out slow, then at one point it just goes from slow and just shifts into fast high gear. Right there. Huh. I don't know how that's going to apply to actual use, but we're going to find out. Lights look about the same on the bottom. I don't know, the new one may be a bit brighter, but this one may just be dirty. Anyway, let's get some screws and let's get that piece of wood out and let's see if we can see a significant difference. Just the difference in length alone. I mean, that's got to be a good, let me get a tape measure. How much shorter is that? They're both the same height. Let's get a measurement on them from front to back. So the old one, let's with the chuck completely in, the old one is about 9 1/4 from front to back. Let's do the same thing here. Let's put the chuck all the way in. And the new one is about 7 1/2. So, 1 3/4 inches, is that what that is? That's my high school math talking there. If I'm wrong, I'm sure you'll all let me know. But that's quite a bit different in length. No doubt. I can see that making a significant difference in attempting to use it under certain circumstances. Anyway, let's get some screws out and let's see if there's really any kind of difference, and should you really upgrade your old one that still works fine. Okay, so for the screw test, I ran 10 of these fast and tight wood interior construction screws, yellow zinc, number 8 by 2.5 inch. I ran 10 out of each one into this 4x4 and managed not to get it on video. So I don't have 20 more screws. I've only got that many left. So let's get some on, but my observations are still valid. So let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should give you an eye. You know what? Let's just do them all. That way I can throw the box away. No, I can't because I have an uneven number. So let's do 5 with each one, and this time I'll try and get it properly on video, and you can see it happen, and I'll tell you about the others. Maybe the shortness of it tends to make it easier for me to keep straight, but it definitely is easier for me to do. Let's try one on the low speed, not that I think low speed won't do it, because all it is a gear reduction. Okay, so there you have it. I did 15 screws with each. Both of these have more than enough power to run these number 8 by 2.5 screws into a 2x4 on high or low speed. It does seem, this one to me is a lot more controllable. Maybe it's just the difference in length of it makes it less likely for me to wobble it to one side or the other. I don't know. That certainly has nothing to do with the motor. This one is much faster and it's much more powerful. Okay, so let's do one more thing here. I got a chunk of steel. This is 3/8 plate, isn't it? I think this is 3/8. Yeah, this is 3/8 plate. Let's drill some holes in it. Let me get my phone out of the way so I don't break anything. Let's put a 3/8 hole in it. Does that sound reasonable? Let's start with the old one. I'm going to try and use the same drill bits unless I wreck them. Here is, I don't know, what is that, about an 1/8" drill bit. Going to leave the chuck set to drill. I'm going to get a center punch. Here's the center punch. Let's drill a hole in there. In fact, let's stick with left side for the old one. There's my, let's put a bit of a dimple in it, then we will see if I can do this without breaking the bits, huh? Wouldn't that be nice? There's some cutting fluid, otherwise known as 30-weight motor oil. All right. Now I have something along the lines of 1/4 inch. I'm going to go into it with that. Get a little bit more oil on it. I don't know how you guys drill. Would you just go straight to the big one without any steps in between? I don't, but maybe you would. Might want to tighten that a little better. Come on, baby. Okay, there we go. That had no problems cutting through that. Well, let's go to the 3/8 bit. This is 3/8. Yep, this is a 3/8 bit. Let's get a little bit more lube around that hole. And here we go. Hey, maybe we ought to tighten the chuck. Okay. Now, to make this a little easier for myself, I'm going to switch down to low speed, see if I can avoid to have it break my wrists. The chuck doesn't want to hold it. How come? There we go. It's a sharp drill bit. And there we go. There's my 3/8 hole in a chunk of 3/8 mild steel plate. Okay, here we go with the new one. Going to start with the 1/8" bit. All right. All right. This is obviously quite a bit faster if you let it, and it does have more power. I'm going to try not to break my bits or tweak my wrist if I can help it. It does have a lot more power, let me tell you. It really does have quite a bit more power. Okay, I got the 3/8 bit in. I'm going to switch the speed down to half because I really don't want to go that fast with a 3/8 bit. Got some more lube around it, and here we go. Yeah, that made a fair amount of difference. Okay, well, that told a story, didn't it? Okay, so what do I think? Do you really need to upgrade to a brushless tool if you have a brushed tool that's currently working? I know this is going to sound kind of stupid, and I'm sorry for that, because it sounds stupid to me as I'm thinking of it to say it. If you're okay with the length and you have enough power and that's still working, why spend the money? Or wait till you get a killer deal like I did. But if you're running a crap load of screws, or even worse, or bigger screws than this, and I got to tell you, much bigger screws than that, and I don't know that I'm using a screw gun. I might be using the impact for that. Certainly if they're lag bolts, I'm using the impact. But or especially drilling holes. It really made quite a difference drilling the holes. If you need a shorter length, or you're drilling 3/8 holes in thick plate or larger holes in thick plate, absolutely. It's a lot more powerful and it's a lot more capable. And we're talking Hart tools here. We're not talking Milwaukee Fuel tools here either. So these are Hart tools. That's a big upgrade. Anyway, I hope I muddied the waters totally for everybody. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I kind of had fun. Anyway, catch you in the next one. Bye for now.